Alright, so I was just watching a varg vikernes fully in perspective, that's the name of his channel, one of his videos where he talked about how we just need to let civilization pretty much fall apart, collapse. We need to hit the reset button, which is something that I think, as he said, we can't do. It's nature has to do, or the universe, or however you want to say that. I want to add a few points to that. I think what he's describing, what we're seeing, and what we're living through is the end of an astrological age. We're at the end of Pisces, beginning of Aquarius. I'm not sure at what point, how far, but if you look at the late Roman Empire, that was the end of Aries and the beginning of Pisces. And there was sort of like a struggle going on, a battle between the two energies, we'll call it. And eventually Pisces dominated Aries. And it sort of culminated with the death of the Roman Empire. But leading up to it, you could see all kinds of problems. Things that for a time worked, all of a sudden they no longer did. The economy was in shambles. The army could no longer cut it. They had all kinds of problems at that point. I think if you compare Rome to the United States, or we'll say Rome to DC, you'll see a great deal of similarities. Like the United States would be much like the land that Rome controlled. So like imagine if you were watching a history video about this period from, like, say, 1,000 years later, the way they describe it would probably be very similar. That much of this land was occupied by, we'll say, DC, but it wasn't wanted. And you can kind of see that here and there. But anyways, what seems to happen is civilization seems to collapse at a certain point of an astrological age due to all the corruption and, I guess, moral decadence and other problems like that. And there's like it's like the lights go out, things go dark for civilization, and we rebuild ourselves. I wouldn't be very surprised to see something like that happen now. I'm not saying right now this second, but in our lifetimes. So I think it's a very, very good idea to learn how to make as many things as you can, practical things. I'm not talking, computers and electronics. I'm talking soap and how to sharpen an axe, stuff like that. How to make bullets, how to shoot a rifle, how to make a fire, etc. But if you study the late Roman Empire or the late Hellenistic Greek era, you will see where we are headed. It's almost like, looks like lines from one astrological age to another. You can kind of see what's going to happen. At least that's my take on it. So I think Varg is right. We do just have to let it collapse, fall apart. Obviously, it's not something that's going to be fun or enjoyable, but it seems to be what will happen.